Hello, welcome to Godfather Barbecue and Italian. Tina, I'm so excited about this recipe or meal today. We were kids. We used to call these BLDs, right? We'd say, "Hey, Nani's making BLDs," because she would make these. You never know what meal you were going to have them with, but you can eat this breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This is the famous Italian peppers and egg sandwich, okay? And you can, if you want to do it without the bread, you can do it. It's excellent both ways, but simple, easy, delicious. That's been our motto. You're gonna love this. This is like my all-time favorite childhood sandwich. I'm gonna show you a couple little things that make it maybe a little different than what you're used to. But the basic um, ingredients here are some good olive oil, regular olive oil, not extra virgin if you can avoid it. Extra virgin is a little too heavy for this, but we're gonna coat that bottom of the pan really nice because that's going to transfer the flavor of the pepper. And I also need an onion too. Tina's slacking on the ingredients, but so ingredients. You obviously have eggs, and this is a recipe you make to taste as far as how much of what. So it's going to be a little difficult to give you an exact amount of each because it's up to you how much you like. We're going to cook the peppers and eggs. Sorry, the peppers and onions first. Set them aside, and then then cook the eggs, and then you add how much of each you like. Okay, and we'll get more into that as we get there. So we've got obviously some eggs, salt and pepper, an onion. Some this is important. These are Cubanelles, sweeties. These are Italian frying peppers. They're really good. This was a popular dish, by the way. Just remembered around Lent too. You know, when people weren't eating meat on Fridays. So um, these are the peppers that we use. If you go out, these are really big in the Chicago area too. And if you go out there, that's all they use is Cubanelles. Okay, but that's what we used here. So a real authentic Italian pepper and eggs use Cubanelles. But you can use green peppers, red peppers, whatever you want. But that's the real way that I know anyway. I'm going to use, I like sub rolls. You can use regular bulky rolls. You can use regular bread. You can use wrap, whatever you want to do. These are the way we had it. Um, so from here out, a couple of things I add some, this is freshly grated pecorino romano to the eggs as we're cooking. I'll show you that. But again, up until here is just your essential ingredients. And then if you're going to have bread and then whatever else. So I do some grated cheese in with the eggs as we make them. And in the roll, um, prior to serving, I put a couple of thin pieces of provolone and then put the egg in. That helps keep the sandwich together. And there's also one more trick that I'm not going to share here. You're going to have to wait to the end to really put the final touches on this. So let's get busy and we'll see you in a minute. All right, so I got my pan heated up. And again, I'm going to go in with a nice, fully cover the bottom of that pan, okay? I don't know what that equates to, maybe an eighth of an inch. And as I said earlier, we're going to start with our onions and peppers. I'm going to add a little salt to help those onions sweat a little bit. A little pepper. And these are going to go for about 8 to 10 minutes or so. I'm going to soften them up. If you're in a hurry, you can cover this, and it'll expedite it, but you will end up with more liquid because the water that the vegetables sweat out won't evaporate. So if you can, just do it low and slow. Let them cook out, and we'll see you for the next step. All right, so we're about halfway through. We're going to get these nice and soft, okay? Little tip, if you can, make these ahead of time and marinate them overnight in the fridge. They're remarkably different in flavor. They will intensify, but they're still going to be good if you don't. I mean, most people just cook them. But if you have, like in this case, I'm making a batch. I'm probably not going to use all these. I'll put it in, what I don't use in a bowl, wrap it up, and put it in. And on another note, just wanted to thank you again for all the support. Channel's doing great. Been a great first year and looking forward to another big year. We're at 6,000 subscribers and knocking on a 500,000 views. So I don't know how or why, but I guess we're blessed and we appreciate all of you. If you haven't subscribed, liked, or shared, please do. We really appreciate it. It helps us a lot. Thank you. All right, so very important to turn your heat down after this point. Those were about 10 minutes. End up using, just for if you're wanting to know, four cubanelles, and one onion. Okay, I got a half dozen eggs here. See the Tina, if you could see the amount of oil that's left in there. That's what you want. We're gonna do 6 eggs. The average rule of thumb for me, if you're using sub rolls like this, is like 3 eggs per sub, and that's going to give you a big sandwich when you factor everything in. So maybe 2 for you, whatever you like. Okay, there's no set ways to it. See all that goodness that's in there. Going to let the eggs set for a minute. Hit it with a little salt. I already did some in the onions and peppers. Remember, a little bit more of that, a little bit more black pepper, and I'm going to come in. Pop that bubble there. I think that's good, Tina. What do you think?
Good.
This is nice because you can save this, make another sandwich later, add more if you like. I'm going to come in with a little.
Oh, looks delicious.
Yeah, the smell is killer. Some of that Romano. Again, to taste, whatever you think, And I'm just going to kind of just let this form. I don't really want to make scrambled eggs out of it, but I don't really want an omelet either, if you know what I mean. Should have used a little bigger pan, but we'll get through it.
You'll live.
Oh, these look wonderful. Like Tina says, if you could only smell this. Oh. All right, so these are done. Liquid has pretty much absorbed all the way through. The eggs are solid. There's no more like orangey liquid in there. It's all done. So we'll see when it's time to roll them up. Okay, so the other thing too, if you're using rolls, hoagie rolls, sub rolls, where I know it's different all over the country and the world, and you have thicker rolls, or you're concerned about eating this without it all over the place, you can peel out the bread on one side of it and make kind of a pocket. But I'm going to show you how to eliminate that issue in a minute. So I'm going to focus on putting more so. I know this is menial, but putting more so in the middle, because when I wrap this, the secret I'm going to share with you is we're going to wrap this in aluminum foil and let it rest for 20 minutes. And that's going to incorporate all those flavors, melt the cheese into the bread, along with the flavors of the egg and all that. So it's going to be 20 minutes, but you're going to have to wait, but it'll be like 1 second for you. We'll see you soon. All right, welcome back. Tina, I'm excited, as usual. I'm like a kid in a candy store. So it's been sitting 20 minutes. I've been picking at this over here, by the way. Full transparency on the show. Look at that, huh? This also makes it easier to eat because it molds the bread. So, I know a big thing that I mentioned before is, it going all over the place as you eat it, and that's another reason why we kind of cook it and keep it together, but not as in an omelet. That, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tina.
Okay. Here we go. Still really hot.
Yeah, the aluminum foil will keep it that way, but flavor's nice, huh?
So good. And it's nice too because the bread's not falling apart because of that cheese holding it.
Mm.
Very good.
Folks, the flavor. Peppers, onions, you taste it all. The olive oil. You got to try it. Sorry to talk my mouth full, but anyway, thanks again. Looking forward to the next one. Let me know how you enjoy this. Please try it. It's easy, simple, delicious. See you next time.